Hello, welcome to my weekly show, my top tips. Today's discussions are about TPRM, third party risk management. I'm going to talk about standards and frameworks for TPRM. The seeds for this session were born because I'm writing my current book, my 10th book, as my experiments with third party risk management. This is the same topic that I will be talking about at the BCI World Hybrid 2024 in London on 30th of October. And this book would be launched globally from that platform on that day. Today, because these sessions, my top tips, is just about 15 minutes or so, we will quickly touch upon a portion coming from the book. So in the book, it's a detailed chapter about standards and frameworks for TPRM. First of all, but let's look at what does TPRM stand for? What does it mean? This is third-party risk management, and it involves the identification, assessment, and control of risks that arise from the organization's relationship with external entities, interested parties. And there are many, there are too many. Dependencies are increasing by day. So these entities or interested parties, third parties include vendors, suppliers, service providers, partners, contractors, and any other third parties. I go deep to an extent by saying that there are only two relationships in the world: vendor and customer. Even the customers for you, your company, for me, for my company, even the customers are third parties, and all these principles become applicable and are good for customers also. While in the concept in third party risk management, we do not consider customers. That is an improvement in the world, according to me, that needs to be brought. Effective TPRM, third-party risk management, ensures that these relationships do not introduce unacceptable levels of risks to the organization. So looking at the standards and frameworks for TPRM, to my knowledge, there is no standard and there is no framework dedicated or devoted to third-party risk management. But otherwise, there's a lot around this indirectly or in parts, a lot of regulations, many standards touch upon third-party risk management. To start with, we'll look at a regulatory landscape, and it's just a quick glance on these. GDPR, which is towards protecting data privacy and is for the EU, that touches upon TPRM. California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA, that enhances privacy guides for residents of California. Then another one from California, which is called CPRA, California Privacy Rights Act. So these two become an example at state level, but all other about 20 that I will be speaking in this session about are national and global. Sarbanes-Oxley Act mandates strict reforms to improve financial disclosures and prevent accounting fraud in the US. HIPAA, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, protects sensitive patient health information in the US. So if any third party is involved in this activity, patient care, then HIPAA also is talking about TPRM. NIST is cybersecurity framework, which is for US, but many other countries have been using it. There's a lot of focus in last 3-4 years on operational resilience. There are many countries that have issued mandates and guidelines. I'm going to touch upon about 10 known to me. One of the focus differentiator from BCM to operational resilience is this third-party angle also. While operational resilience does not remove BCM, BCM is one of the main pillars to be resilient operationally. But there's an extension. In BCM, we would have done during BIA the dependencies, internal and external, and we would have covered the third parties. From operational resilience, almost all guidelines and mandates are asking us to go to fourth, fifth, sixth parties also. The vendor's vendor, the vendor's vendor's vendor. Over a period, we need to go that deep. So first of all, BCBS in the financial sector, and again, it's an evidence that there's more focus on operational resilience in the financial sector compared to other sectors, but the need, the concepts, the principles are equally applicable to all companies in all sectors anywhere in the world. So BCBS, Basel Committee on Banking Supervision, through its principles for operational resilience, document D516 touches upon TPRM. Federal Reserve System, through this document, name is a bit long, surprisingly, FRB, BCREG, etc., takes care of third-party risk management. DORA, the Digital Operational Resilience Act, once again, of the EU, takes care of or requires, expects taking care of third-party risks. Bank of England's operational resilience policy was mandated in the UK for the financial sector, and it's a mandate. They're not a guidance, not a guideline. Actually, March 31st this year, next year, is the deadline that all companies should be fully resilient in their operations. And again, a word of caution, that doesn't mean that the story will stop there. It has to continue beyond that. But first expectation given by the bank is that 3 years line. Central Bank of Ireland also has issued a document called Cross-Industry Guidance on Operational Resilience. One of the recent ones that I came across, and I've studied these fourth one I'll tell next. I have studied these 4 documents, examined these 4 documents thoroughly. Bank of England's Operational Resilience Policy, Mandate, Central Bank of Ireland's Cross-Industry Guidance Document, and Reserve Bank of India's Guidance Note on Operational Risk Management and Operational Resilience. And I have a strong view that RBI's document is the most comprehensive one. It talks of both the operational risk management as well as operational resilience. Australian Prudential Regulatory Authority, APRA, has issued Prudential Standard CPS 230, which is about operational resilience and talks of TPRM. Hong Kong Monetary Authority, HKMA, through its document called Supervisory Policy Manual on Operational Resilience, OR2. Mass Monetary Authority of Singapore, through its BCM guidelines of June 2022. So Singapore has not issued so far anything about operational resilience specifically, but through its BCM guidelines itself, it's talking or expecting taking care of third-party risks, risks due to third parties. DFSA, Dubai Financial Services Authority, also has issued a rule book for authorized market institutions. RBI had issued its guideline on operational risk management and operational resilience on 30th of April this year. So quite latest. But just about 10 days ago, Office of the Superintendent of Financial Institutions of Canada has issued its updated document. And that's the fourth one that I've studied deeply, Operational Risk Management and Resilience Guideline. In one of my recent postings, I've talked about this about a couple of days ago. Very simple, straightforward document, very impressive document, neat, clean, I'll say, easy to follow. I'm repeating once again. Because our dependencies have increased on third parties, there's a lot of increased focus, enhanced focus on third-party risk management also. Or if we are not doing so far, we need to pay more attention to this act or activity. So quickly, I've touched upon, based on a long chapter in my book to be released on 30th of October in London, my experiments with third-party risk management. Today, I picked up some discussion about the standards and frameworks for TPRM, third-party risk management. Quickly, a view of the standards that talk about third-party risk management. So we know ISO 31000 is for risk management. So if we want to manage any risk, ISO 31000 is the base book, the guideline or the standard available for that. COSO framework is a model for evaluating internal controls, talks about third-party risk management. ISO 22301 for business continuity management system, for sure touches upon the risks related to third parties. ISO 27000, which is for information security management. ISO now 9000, which is for quality management. And ISO 28000, which is about security management system. And once again, I'll say, not necessarily a comprehensive list, but quickly I could find at least 6 standards also talking about third-party risks. If you have any questions about this talk, standards and frameworks for TPRM or third-party risk management, bigger topic, or resilience as a whole, please feel free to write to me and I'll be happy to respond. With this, I would like to close today's show, my weekly show, my top tips every Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. IST. These days, there has been a disturbance in timing. I've been delivering these sessions from Abu Dhabi, but starting October, once again, it will be back to track 9:30 a.m. IST every Wednesday. I look forward to seeing you again next Wednesday. Thanks. Bye-bye.